All right, let's talk about something that trips up a ton of people in their writing, the linking verb. Now, I know what you're thinking. Grammar? Really? But trust me, getting this right is absolutely key to making your sentences clear and strong. We're going to uncover how these verbs work as the secret connectors in our language, but also how they can be master imposters. So, to really get what I'm talking about, let's start with a problem. You've probably seen sentences like this before, where they just feel off, kind of broken or unfinished. And believe it or not, a sneaky linking verb is often the reason why. Just look at this example from our source material. Anuj grew. It just stops, right? It leaves you completely hanging. Anuj grew what? Grew taller? Grew a beard? Grew tired of waiting? Something is definitely missing. So, what's happening here? Well, the verb grew usually makes us think of an action, but in this case, it's trying to do something totally different. The real answer is that we're dealing with a special kind of verb, one that doesn't show action at all. Instead, its entire job is to make a connection. Okay, let's completely reframe how we look at these verbs. To get a handle on linking verbs, you have to stop thinking of them as action words. Instead, I want you to think of them as, well, as a math symbol. So here's the official definition. A linking verb's only purpose is to connect, or, link, the subject of the sentence to more information about it. It's not telling you what the subject is doing, it's telling you what the subject is. And this right here is the key that unlocks the whole thing. Just think of a linking verb as a big ol' equals sign. In the sentence, the moon is the Earth's only natural satellite, the word is just saying that these two things are the same. The moon equals the Earth's only natural satellite. It's a statement of fact, not an action. Simple, right? Now, some verbs are what you might call true linking verbs. They pretty much always play this role. You've got all the forms of the verb to be, is, am, are, was, were, plus words like seem and become. Think of them as the superglue of these kinds of sentences. So if the linking verb is our equals sign, what about the stuff that comes after it? What do we call that piece of information that actually completes the whole idea? Well, that part has a name too. It's called the subject complement. And it's the missing piece of the puzzle we saw earlier. It either renames the subject, like in I am an artist, or it describes it, like the pudding was soothing. This is a super powerful tool for you as a writer to really define a character or paint a picture for your reader. And check this out, subject complements are incredibly flexible. They can be a simple noun or an adjective, sure, but they can also be more complex, even an entire clause. Look at that last one. My fear is that we might be proved wrong. The whole second half of that sentence is the subject complement. It's this versatility that makes them so useful. Okay, but this is where it gets really interesting and a little bit sneaky. Some of the most common verbs we use every single day are actually living a double life. They can be an action verb in one sentence and then bam, a linking verb in the next. These are the imposters, the grammar chameleons we talked about at the beginning. You'll often find them with verbs related to our senses, like feel, look, smell, taste. And yep, even our original problem child, grow. They can totally switch their identity based on how you use them. Let's go back to our verb grew. On the left, we have, my grandfather grew vegetables. Here, grew is a clear action. It's something he physically did. But look at the sentence on the right. Anuj grew pale. Anuj isn't doing anything here. The verb is just linking Anuj to a description, pale. In other words, Anuj equals pale. See the difference? I know. That can seem pretty confusing. How are you supposed to know which is which? Well, don't worry. Luckily for us, there's a super simple test we can run that will blow that imposter's cover every single time. Let's walk through this foolproof method for spotting these verbs in disguise. We can call it the imposter test, or maybe the replacement test. Either way, it's going to be your new best friend for this. Okay, here's the secret weapon. If a verb is truly acting as a linking verb, you should be able to swap it out with a form of the verb to be, is, am, was, were, and the sentence should still make perfect logical sense. So, the process is dead simple. Step 1, find the verb you're suspicious of. Step 2, yank it out and plug in a form of to be. And step 3, read the new sentence out loud. Does it work? Or does it sound like total nonsense? Let's try our test on those two grew sentences. First one. My grandfather was vegetables. Yeah, no, that's just ridiculous. It makes zero sense. So bam, we know grew has to be an action verb there. Now the other one,
Anuj was pale. Hey, that works perfectly. The core meaning is still there. The test just proved it. In this sentence, grew is a linking verb. So really, it all boils down to that one simple question you should ask yourself. Is this verb showing an action, or is it stating a condition? Is it about doing something or just about being something? If you can replace it with an equal sign and it makes sense, you've found yourself a linking verb.
And that's the real magic here. When you stop thinking of grammar as this rigid set of boring rules you have to memorize and start seeing it as a toolbox full of powerful tools, your writing just gets better. The linking verb is just one of those really cool tools. The real question is, what are you going to build with it?